Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be going through a $2,600 rare coin grab bag, or basically a purchase that I made. I think I gave input on like $300 of this stuff, but it's with a seller that I trust very much. I try to buy a lot of their material, and I've looked inside to like make sure it's all there. And it definitely is, but I haven't looked at the specifics of the coins inside, so super excited to dive right in and see what we have. I think this is going to be some currency, but maybe we'll just start. We'll start in this box. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live stream auctions and shopping app that I frequently sell coins and collectibles on. My link at the top of the description gives you $15 off your first order when you sign up through it, so definitely check that out. Plus, it's a great way to support my channel since any buy that you make with a new account gives me a nice bonus too. Hope to see you on some of those auctions. Let's get into the video. Get out this chunk of coins to start. And it looks like it's going to be a similar design. I'm seeing like a more modern French looking design, but looks like we've got the nice 10 franc like silver. I think that these are 90% silver. They might be from the Piedmont Mint, I believe, or I think that's how they're called. Very cool. So 1965. I don't know if there's any better dates here, or if these were ever really circulating. Here's another 10 francs. I don't think that they would be circulating, and these were probably more like commemorative issues, but they're really cool, and they're very reminiscent of the old big French silver coins. So they might all be from 1965. Okay, no, that one's 72, 70, 70. Okay, so a mix of dates, some with a little bit of toning. Very fun. So I think that there's also some sort of collector's premium there. After that, well, that one's backstopping these coins pretty nicely. I'll just maybe open this up and get right in. I don't think I'm going to do valuation stuff just because it would take so long on this sort of a video to do, but it's still really cool to go through. So 1925D, so looks like some decent looking Mercury dimes here, and let's see what all of these are. Looks like some 1924 S coins, so just interesting, like good dates and that sort of thing for collectors. And a lot of this material I'm going to resell in something like a Whatnot sale, or through my grab bag shop or something like that. Drop that one, but 1920S. So definitely some like better date, not crazy premium, but just 19S, 18S, very cool, 18D, 17S. So some of this stuff definitely more challenging to find. And these are actually pretty nice looking for being, the World War 100+ with a Denver mint mark for collectors. Those are good coins. So very cool. Excited to see how those do. Maybe I'll make like mini lots when I sell them, or I'll figure it out. But they're actually like pretty pleasing in terms of the design and everything. So definitely should be some premium. They were part of sort of a movement to make our coinage look better than it had with the Barber dimes. Teddy Roosevelt was very vocal in verbalizing his dislike of some of our coinage. Here's a Buffalo nickel, 1936, sort of AU unk. Very cool. I don't know what I would grade it. Maybe like 62, 63, but maybe it's AU 58 coin. Either way, very pretty Buffalo nickel. This one, I assume this 31D is also going to be a Mercury dime, and it is. And so I'm going to try to move on, see what our next type of coin here is. We've got more what look like, okay, AU 1916 with some cool toning, Mercury dime, very interesting. We've got a 1916 extra fine, but also bit of damage to it, looks like Barber dime, but there should be some condition premium. That one's nice. Yeah, they say AU plus. That one is a really cool looking coin, full crisp Liberty, very impressive. And then this one, with a bit of cleaning, but you can still see some nice luster and full Liberty. All the details there. These are like great typeset coins. Same thing with this one, some cleaning on it, but a really nice condition overall. Outside of that, these are all first year coins, which is cool. Here's an XF cleaned Barber, but again, full Liberty. All the details there has just been has some level of cleaning to it. Not anything even crazy. That there you can see, the polish marks on the coin, but it'll then be a much more affordable type coin for somebody to own. This one actually doesn't look cleaned. These are nice uncleaned, but then they do have a bit of wear. You can see Liberty, but there's a little bit more detail lost throughout the coin. But again, these first year ones are cool. And if I sell these, I'll have to spread them out over time because I can't dump a bunch of 1892s on the market all at once in my sales. This one, oh wow, 1832 half cent, very, very cool. Actually in decent shape as well, so very nice. And the half cents are great. I really like them. 1872 well worn 3-cent nickel coin. And it looks like we've got a bunch more interesting US type here. Got an 1857. That looks like a dime. Is there a mint mark? No. 1854 dime. 1853. The arrows meant that they had just switched up the amount of silver that was in the dime by a little bit, and they just wanted to let people know. Got 2 capped bust 1835 dimes. Those are really cool. That one looks like a capped bust dime as well. The planchet just had an interesting size, I guess, that threw me off a little bit. These are with date 1917. I assume that these are going to be type. We'll see if they're type 1 or yeah, they're type 1, where there's no 3 stars underneath. They changed the design. They also covered up Liberty's left breast when they redid the design in 1917. Here is a 1855 with arrows quarter. And yeah, the seated design is always really pretty. Let's see what this one is. This looks like a 1877S, worn, but again, great seated dollar, or seated half dollar. This one is a little bit of a better mint, I believe, 1858 sort of leading up to Civil War, but it's got the J.A. Sharp counter stamp, which is interesting, makes it unique. Stands out a little bit. 1859 right here as well, and with some decent detail remaining on it. That's really cool. Also 1875 half dollar, another 1875. Very cool. We've got 1926S VAM 4 piece dollar. We've got the dot or the extra berry. I want to say, is it? It might be that dot like right there, which is just like an extra. I believe that's where. Remind me if I'm getting this wrong. It's either. I think it's that. But VAM piece dollars, there's a bunch of different die varieties on both Morgan dollars and piece dollars that are very collectible. People look for them. It looks like we've got VAM 6A pitted reverse. It's going to be probably located like, I'm not immediately seeing it. Let's zoom in because I think the pitted reverse. Oh yeah, there you can see. The pitting is sort of in the bottom, right below the tail feathers, and definitely a good Morgan. So 1897. I'd forgotten that 1897 had the pitted reverse. Here we've got, and this one's actually in nice condition. 1891 VAM 2 double ear. And so let's see if we zoom in. Yeah, you can definitely see the doubling sort of right underneath that ear, all through. Very interesting. All these are, I believe you could get certified at PCGS. They're probably not in the condition to be worth certifying just because the actual plastic cost is kind of high. And wow, that one I'm going to have to get a new flip for it. Check this out. Talk about a rainbow tone coin, 1890. Beautiful. See what the reverse looks like. It's more muted toning on that side, but really like the way that rim looks. So pretty. Awesome. And then here is a 1880 spikes. I am not sure I remember where. Is it in the hair? I was thinking it would be somewhere in the hair, but I'm forgetting where the spikes are on this coin. Let me know if you remember. Yeah, I do not, but when I go to sell, I'll probably put a lot of these VAM coins just in my personal collection. I find them really fun to collect. And then it looks like we got some One Sol coins from Peru. That's really cool. Those are not super easy to come by, and they are fun. And I think I normally can buy them at a pretty attractive price from this seller. But yeah, I mean, when you buy $2,600 of stuff, I would not recommend doing that from a seller you haven't worked with a bunch in the past. It just works out that I know this person pretty well. Spend time with them in person, and these ones are interesting different dates. So 1923 here. Maybe we'll get some 34, but okay, it seems all different dates. 25, very cool. Here's 25. I know there's some from 34 I've purchased in the past, but hey, I'm always down to get some of the older ones. And there's two 34s, 26. Awesome. So some world coins that will be spread out over probably months of auctions, and I already hung on to one of them when I bought them. So that's that. Let's move on here and get to the paper currency. I knew that he mentioned there was some paper currency. I'll make sure there's nothing in there. Nope. Wow. Awesome. So here we have a 3-cent fractional currency, and just, a lot of the initial notes, it wasn't just $1, but like 3 cents was a decent amount, probably worth much more than a dollar, paper dollar is today. So they had Washington on there. It was authorized during the Civil War. 1862 was our first $1 bill. 1861, I think, was the first just general bill. But this one, let's see, Civil War paper money with Washington's portrait. This is so cool. So yeah, let's see what it says here. Exchangeable for United States notes by any assistant treasurer or designated U.S. department in sums not less than $5. Receivable in payment of all dues to the U.S. states less than $5. Act approved 1862. So, so fascinating. 10 cents here. This one's, I forget what this guy's name is, but is it William? Forgetting exactly his name, but I've seen these before. But we got the 10 and 25 cent currency. It looks like there's multiple of these notes possibly in there. I think so. Very cool. So there's some rare varieties in terms of the different signatures that would go on these notes. It's not something that I've collected as much, but I know when I was working in a coin shop, we got some really rare higher end of these paper currency notes. They were well worn, but they had better signatures. That one's a little less worn. That's cool. But just so fascinating. I think I could still go and spend this 10 cents today, and I'd love to see what the look on the cashier's face would be if I aimed to spend it. This one, okay, very cool. 50 cents. I haven't seen this design or don't recognize it as much, but much smaller size currency. And back then the $1 and those sorts of things were huge. Are these obsolete notes? Let's see. Mechanics Savings and Loan Association, 1862 in Savannah. So maybe this is Confederate notes that William H. Davis has deposited 25 cents with his association, bearing 4% interest after 30 days notice. Wow. I'm going to have to do more research, but it looks like they might even just be cutting up $1 bills in 4. And because I assume that this would be Savannah, and these would be individually itemized and numbered out. Very fascinating. And whoa, I see some cool stuff right behind it with some military payment certificates, which I have not seen in a long time. Basically, these would be used in World War II, or only for use in U.S. military establishments. I believe that they were World War II era. Let's see, Series 681. Hopefully I can see a date on one of these. I'm not immediately seeing them, but they can be quite valuable. I don't know this one. I haven't seen this type. Also military payment. And then, a 10. Very cool. Different series, 661, 641. And what is this? 661. So fascinating. Great pieces of fractional currency in the and it's not like fractional reserve banking. It's just like actual fractional currency. My voice has been a little bit clicky today, so I apologize for that. But let's see, this is our last box here, and I feel like we're doing pretty well on value, but we also need to get some good stuff in this before I can say we definitely did well. So here's 1901S Barber half dollar. You got an 1899 O Barber quarter. That one's in nice condition. I think people will like that very much. I'll probably have to sell a lot of this because I have some uncirculated ones of these in my own collection. 1893S Barber dime. I think that's a slightly better date. We got 1838 small stars half dime. I think that's the first, or maybe they started in 1837, but it was, I think, 37 or 38. Nice 3-cent silver coin, 1853, with pretty decent detail on there. Same thing on this one, maybe a little bit more worn. And that one, oh, that's, yeah, nice chocolatey 1855 coronet head large cent. Be curious if this one gets like the upper value boost that it deserves, because condition there is significant. This one's a little more worn, but still very attractive piece. 1851 braided hair large cent, 1850 as well. A little bit of corrosion there on the reverse. 1859 first year Indian head cent in nice shape. Saying 45 bucks. Well, yeah, maybe it's the condition's a little bit better than I looked at initially. And then here's a 1837 hard times token, also with nice detail. So I haven't tested out a ton on like the mid, VF, XF, where there is a fair amount of value premium. So that'll be good to do. Here we've got what looks like this is extremely cool. So this coin was shipwrecked, and we still have a bunch of the incrustation. This is going right to my personal collection. 1808 East India Company 10 cash coin. But it's got all the seashells from sitting on the bottom of the ocean for, 100 plus, probably what, like 150, 200 years. Incredible. Here, oh, these look like really nice toned dimes. I want to get those separated into their own flips, but those are beautiful. Really high-end dimes there. What do we have here? We got a 1888 reverse struck through. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's a very struck through coin. That's when same thing looks like it happened. Let's see, right on that side of the coin. But if something is when the dies hammer down onto the planchet, there's a clip planchet Indian head cent. If something's in between the dies and the planchet, then that gets struck through. Often will leave a big mark. Here's a reverse cud. Not immediately seeing where the cut is at. Oh, maybe it's all through this. Let's compare another. Oh, he's saying, okay, the cut is over here. Okay, interesting. I don't think it's a huge cut, but I like to hold almost all of the varieties I get. Here's a repunchment mark. Let's see if we can. I think we can see it pretty clearly. Repunchment mark. The mint mark didn't initially take on the die, so they had to punch it again, and there we see clearly to the right of the D. I generally keep the varieties and the errors that I purchased from a lot of the buyers in the group buys. I just think that they're cool. Whoa, got some super cool world stuff. 2 stivers from 1815 with an elephant. Talk about a cool coin. And then it looks like backed it up over here with a King George III. Also a 1 stiver coin. Wow. We've got a 2 feathers. Okay, so there's not the feather down below the buffalo's head. And then this one, we got the extra steps 1954S. It should be protruding. I'm pretty sure the extra steps is like, it's coming down like at a vertical or like a diagonal. And this one's worn down, but great cherry picker guide, higher end variety. And then here we've got a cool, that one's a thick Condor token. Let's see, we promised to pay the bearer 1 penny, 1787. The nifty monogram, and a lot of these were from like Ireland, or we see a druid there. That one might go to the personal collection, or at least stay in it a while before I sell it, because I want to learn more about Condor tokens in general. I think that they're really, really fascinating. Here we've got a bunch more in the way of nice type coins. 1858, I mean, great dime, really nice condition. Here, whoa, 1914 with a lot of nice, you know, remnants of luster, and that certainly has a nice die rotation. Like if we look here and then we flip it over, clearly rotated die. It should be sort of straight up. Here we've got it. Oh, nice variety. 1842 over 1840. Gibraltar, I think Quartilla, or let's see, a 1 quart. Okay, I don't fully know the Gibraltar coin system, but again, that one's going right to my collection because of the overdate, and same thing with this die rotation. We've got a brass sixpence from 1689. Gun money. I don't even know what that means. James II. Super cool. So much of these world coins are like, this is really a lot of my favorite types of stuff to collect. We've got 8 Maravedis from Spain, Charles IV. So that was the copper, and they were often circulating in the Spanish colonies. Here's a 1953, whoa, halfpenny. I was like, why is this in here? But when you take a look at the toning, oh, and it's a proof coin. Okay, because the surface is very interesting, reflective. That's great. Here's a nice Swiss toned franc, 1953, 83.5% silver. Whoa, mint air triple clip planchet, 1971, new penny. Gonna hang on to that one. That one is super cool. When they were cutting out the planchets, you know, something clearly went very wrong, and they cut out a bunch of other, you know, metal out of this planchet and probably created some other clipped ones, and in the process almost looks like a fourth one down there. Whoa, we got a full crown, 1819 from Great Britain, King George III. And I have another one of these to sell, the LIX Edge. I don't know if that's the 59 Edge. I think King George reigned for a really long time. And here's a 1907 S Filipino US peso. So a little bit of scratching, but that's a very historic coin, 80% silver. Let's see, is there anything else? It looks like, so we've got some stuff there, which I have no idea what it is. We've got, I'm going to zoom out, 1964 proof set. We'll see if there's like a double die dime, or maybe it's probably a, is that an accented hair? Yes, I believe it. Is it? I mean, one of the diagnostics, and I'm forgetting, is going to be like not a good serif on the eye, and it does look shortened, but maybe it's still there. I don't know the die markers outside of that, but I think that there's a good chance that that is accented hair proof Kennedy half, and if not, you know, it's still a fun proof set, which I probably would not hang on to if, you know, doesn't have the accented hair, and might even sell if it does, just because it's a cool coin. I don't know what these coins are, and I'm going to learn something when I research them, but if anybody knows off the top of your head, it looks like C something. This could be, is that the Lion of St. Mark on this side? It kind of looks like it. Maybe these are like East Indies coins, VIII 8 something, maybe an 8 cash, or that one has pretty good detail. Maybe that's how I'm going to figure out what this is. That one is an 8 of something. 8 of something. Okay, definitely we know the denomination is 8, but not much more than that on what looks fascinating. And then we've got some graded coins, so that's awesome. That'll close out. Oh no, there's something over here. It's like a total treasure hunt. What is this? Buffalo lamination defect. Cool. Let's take a brief look through there at these lamination. Oh yeah, you can see sort of going across the face. Here, I don't see it. Probably going to be on the reverse. You can see a little bit on the right. Nice lamination defect right across the face there. And then here, looks like a more concentrated lamination error. But some fun minor lam defect coins. I don't think that those are crazy valuable, but I'll have to do my due diligence. And then, oh, what is this? S-Mint 2018 Cumberland Island proof 70 reverse proof. Wow. Don't see the proof 70. I don't deal quite as much in modern, so I don't know if these are like really valuable, but I think that they're silver. And I'd be curious to see where price guide is on them. That one's also reverse proof. I like the 70. You know, ultra cam. I like the ultra cam. I think look better than the reverse. Tell me what you think it looks better. reverse proof or just sort of the classic regular proof. I like the regular is sort of classic. Yeah, that one's looks like we got a lot of proof 70 coins here. So very cool. 2018 Apostle Islands. And it looks like we're getting some pairs here too. So we have and maybe this is a full set of all the 2018 coins. Let's see. Okay, oh no. So this one is going to be a Apostle Islands as well. Then this one is a full Bellines 1957D Franklin half dollar. Maybe we'll have to look. I don't know if there's Bugs Bunny. I'm not immediately seeing it on this one. But the full Bellines is going to refer to fully struck up lines on the reverse. I think at NGC you have to have both, and you can have like 2 hits but not 3, so that looks like a mini hit that goes through them, maybe another nick right there, but not a third significant one. Just very interesting. And then, okay, we did get a Voyagers. It looks like we have 3 more, unless I'm missing something. Here's this piece of paper. I think it's just in there. What is interesting particulars of the loss of the Admiral Gardner and Britannia. So this is gonna talk about what happened on this coin, which is fascinating. It looks like I think this is like a dated article. It's not like actually from 1809, but yeah, incredible piece of history to go with that. And then our last 3 coins are gonna be. Oh yeah, 1971S, proof 68, double die reverse. I forget where on the coin. It's probably in the. It's probably in the United States somewhere of America. I can't immediately see where the split serifs and stuff are, but I think that I purchased this one, and then there were 2 other ones. This one, okay, accented hair. We'll see how I think that means definitely the other, the proof set that we had was also an accented hair coin, but it was basically there were different proof dies that were used, and this is the rare one for 1964 Kennedys. And then we've got a wheat penny. Let's see what this one is. 1947S, Mint State 66 red. That could be a really cool type coin. The first graded coin I ever bought was a 1945. Mint State 65 red penny from NGC, and it was from my local coin shop. And so, when I see coins like this, I'm like, oh, that would be perfect for a newer collector or just somebody putting together a red penny set, but very nostalgic for me. So that's today's hunt. Thanks for watching. Had a really fun time. And let me know, still something I'm going to have to do some research on. Some I'm going to keep, some I'm going to also do more research on. That one's a keeper. And then definitely others that will be coming up in those whatnot sales. So thanks again for checking it out. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think I should be buying, or if there's any good deals you've been getting. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.